Okay, Kotak Bank will be putting out its Q1FY21 numbers today. And obviously, given what we've seen now with the other leader, HDFC, followed closely by Axis and yesterday ICICI, there should be an improvement on various fronts. Now, mainly just to flag off so far what the factors have been, all the banks have performed better than expected on the operating profit level. They've also reported better than expected on the credit growth front. They've also reported stable asset quality, but that to a large degree has to do with the fact that the moratorium has not been lifted. With that being said, they all have reported significant reductions in moratorium levels. HDFC and Axis to around 9% levels. ICICI Bank stands at around 17%, but that's also down from 30%. But if you look at the stock price of ICICI Bank today, you can really see how the market is punishing a moratorium number that's even come down to 17%. They wanted to match the benchmark, which is obviously HDFC, and surprisingly closely followed by an Axis. So Kotak, being regarded as higher even possibly on corporate governance standards and even perhaps more conservative than the other banks, we are expecting numbers on the moratorium front to be fairly good for Kotak Mahindra Bank. Leaving that aside, let's walk you through the other estimates as well. NII should be stable on a Q-on-Q basis, so come in at 3,600 crore versus last quarter's 3,559 or last year's 3,100. So YoY, you're going to see a significant more than 15% jump at the NII level. Profit at the same time pretty subdued, 1,300 crore versus last year's 1,360 or last quarter's 1,267. So no moderation in profit, which is surprising considering that provisions are likely to remain elevated. But let's see, that's what the brokers kind of think it's going to work out to. At the PPP, that's pre-provisioning, you're looking at 2,750 versus last quarter's 2,725 or last year's 2,400. So year on year, 10% increase, quarterly, sequentially rather, no increase. Factors to look out for will be that the fee income and the other income will be slightly lower. The loan growth could moderate slightly given that Kotak is more conservative. The NIM should be under pressure due to all the macroeconomic factors and slowing loan growth, but at the same time, it should be helped by declining TD rates and SA rate cuts. We've already told you that NII can be expected above 15% and that the pre-provisioning profit can also be in the 10 to 12% range. Provisions will be beefed up on account of COVID. ICICI took a 5,500 crore provision in Q1 and totally now more than 8,000 crore. Axis and HDFC also have very large provision numbers. So Kotak, although a much smaller loan book, should still have a fair degree of provisions relative to the size of its loan book. So those are the factors to look out for Kotak, and we'll update you with a review once the numbers are out later today.